dear students, today we are discussing about gram-positive cocci. So the gram-positive cocci, what is the gram-positive cocci, and then next one, what are their examples, and study about each and everything of the gram-positive cocci. So the gram-positive cocci means simply the gram-positive bacteria that give the positive result in the gram-positive cocci or gram-positive bacteria. It gives them positive result in the gram staining technique. Positive results in the gram staining test. So traditionally Kuki classify the bacteria into it according to the cell wall. The bacteria is classified into two categories. One is a gram positive and gram negative, positive and negative. So depends upon the cell wall. So the cell wall depends upon the cell wall. The gram positive, gram negative is divided into two types. So the gram positive bacteria take up the crystal violet color. Crystal violet color. So it is produce. The next one, it is crystal violet stain. Is we are using crystal violet stain. We are using. So appear the purple color. Appear, and the next one, it is a violet color is appear in the negative test. We are already discussed about the gram positive, gram negative techniques are there. So depends upon the cell wall, it's divided into positive and negative. It gives the different types of colors. Depends upon the color substance, it is a gram positive and a gram negative. So in here, what is the characteristics of the gram positive? Characteristics. So in characteristic, it is the following characters are presented in the gram positive bacteria. Number one is the cytoplasmic lipid membrane. Cytoplasmic lipid membrane. And the next one, thick peptidoglycan layer. Thick peptidoglycan layer. And the next one, third one, it containing the lipids. Acids are presented. Acids and lipids are presented in their cell wall. And the next one, it containing the chelating agents. Chelating agents are presented in their given layer. And the next one, the cell wall containing the peptidoglycan chains. The peptidoglycan chains. And then the cell wall, it contains the peptidoglycan, and as well as the one enzyme also presented, that is a transpeptidase enzyme is presented. In there. So this is some characteristics of the gram positive cocci. So in example, gram positive cocci, it's these different types of lot of examples are there. So in lot of examples, first of all, we will discuss about the Staphylococcus. So the Staphylococcus, what is about the Staphylococcus? Staphylococcus, it is a gram positive aerobic organism. It is a gram positive aerobic organism. Aerobic organism. And the next one, it is arranged as a cluster. These cells are arranged as a cluster. The cells are arranged as a cluster. And the next one, it causes the pathogenic infections. These Staphylococcus cause the pathogenic infections. And the next one, what about the risk factors of the Staphylococcus? Risk factors of the Staphylococcus. So the Staphylococcus, the people who are predisposed to Staphylococcus infections include. So what are they? So people who are predisposed to staphylococcal infection included. So number one is neonates and the breastfeeding mothers. Neonates and breastfeeding mothers. And the next one, patients with them in patients with them influenza, patients with the influenza. And the next one, chronic bronchopulmonary disorders. And the next one, patients with the leukemia, patients with the tumors, patients with the skin disorders, patients with the diabetes mellitus. So these were also. And the next one, patients with the patients with the skin disorders, diabetes mellitus. These like already patients suffered with this type of disease. It easily attacked by the staphylococci. And the next one, patients receiving the adrenal steroids. Who are the who patients with a patients receiving a adrenal steroids and immunosuppressants. Patients receive the immunosuppressants. And the next one, injection the drug users also. And the next one is patients with the surgical wounds and burns, and etc. So patients with these type of disorders, these type of diseases are presented in already suffered with these type of disorders. The Staphylococcus easily attacked by the different types, different roots are there. So this is about the Staphylococcus risk factors. The next one is biochemical reactions of the staphylococci. So staphylococcus, it is oxidative, negative, and ferments mannitol sugar. And the next one, it is a B type hemolysis on blood agar. It is a B type of hemolysis on a blood agar. And the next one, it is a golden yellow calories on the nutrient agar. And the next one, it is the coagulase produce and reduces the nutrients, also reduce the nutrients in the body, and produce the phosphate and DNA. These are the produce the phosphates, and as well as the DNA also produce the phosphates and DNA. So this is the biochemical reactions. And what is the antigenic structure? Antigenic structure. So the staphylococcus, it is a look like a capsule like structure. So it is look like a capsule like structure. It is look like a capsule like structure. It is made up of a cell wall. This is like structure. So this is the antigenic structure. So these are it containing the peptidoglycans and some proteins, and as well as the acids. We are already discussed about the general characters, and it produces the toxins and as well as the enzymes. So it produces the toxins and enzymes. So what are the toxins? So the toxins and enzymes are produced. So what are the toxins? So toxins is number one is the hemolysis. So the hemolysis is the destroy the RBC. It is the destroy the RBC. It is a completely destroy the RBC. And the next one, it produces the leukocidins. So the leukocidins are the destroy the WBC. It destroy the WBC. And the next one, toxic shock syndrome toxin, TSST, toxic shock syndrome toxin. It is it causes the fever, skin rashes, and etc etc. These type of toxins are produced from the staphylococci. And enzymes. So one enzyme is the coagulase enzyme. So the coagulase enzyme, it is secreted into the medium, and it is clot the human plasma. It clot the human plasma. It clot the human plasma. And the next one, clot the human plasma. And the next one is a clumping factor, means bounding coagulase. The bound coagulase, it is presented in the cell wall, and it is directly cause the fibrinogen and cause the fibrinogen clumping, and form the precipitate. So in the human body, this is the one enzyme. And like DNase enzyme, and then different types of enzymes also releases, that is harmful to human body. This is the antigenic structure of the staphylococci. The next one is food poisoning. So food poisoning of the staphylococcus, the poisoning occur in the just 2 to 6 hours only. After 2 to 6 hours, the infections is a contamination after 2 to 6 hours. So just within 2 to 6 hours after that, it is a contamination of the food material. And the food material, in the food material, it releases the toxins and enzymes. Above, toxins and enzymes both are released in the food material. And the next one, examples, which type of food. So example is the sweets, fish, milk and milk products. So these are all are the producers. And then next one, commonly it is the symptoms. Which type of symptoms are occurring there? So it observe the like fever is observed, and vomiting, diarrhea, skin rashes. These type of physically we are observed these type of characters in the patient. So this is the food poisoning of the staphylococci. And the next one, how to diagnosis of the staphylococci. So diagnosis of the staphylococci means, so collect the pus formed sample, and sputum. For sputum collected from the respiratory infections. And the next one, blood in the unknown origin, collect the blood sample also. And the next one, collect the CSF, cerebrospinal fluid. And the next one, these are all are the collected. This specimen should be collected in the, these are all are the collected in the particular sterile container. Under aseptic condition. Only. Aseptic condition. And then next, transport to the lab immediately. Done the different types of tests, gram positive, gram negative, acid fast staining, different types of tests are there. So determine the sample. So this is about the lab diagnosis. The next one is the culture. So culture is means how to develop the staphylococci in the culture. Means after collection the sample, the specimens are the sample is inoculated into the blood agar, or nutrient agar. So the sample is added to the blood agar or nutrient agar, then going to incubate it. So at the 37 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. And 24 hours means next day. So next day observe it. What happened? So in here on a blood agar, the Staphylococcus, it produces the small golden yellow color colonies are produces. Colonies with the hemolysis is seen. So in nutrient agar, this is about the blood agar. In case of the sample is added in the nutrient, one is the blood agar, one is the nutrient agar. In the nutrient agar, it produces the yellow color and yellow or the golden color. So here small golden yellow color is produced, yellow or complete golden color is produces. So this is called gram positive coccus. This seems as it is look like a clusters like structure as identified. Clusters like structure are identified in there. So which type of disease caused by the Staphylococcus? So diseases with the Staphylococcus. Which type of diseases are occur with the Staphylococcus? So means, so it is Staphylococcus is it produces skin infections, pneumonia, and the next one arthritis, septic arthritis, meningitis, and the next one different types of disorders are occur with the Staphylococcus. This is about the Staphylococcus. If you have any doubts from this topic, tomorrow we will discuss. Thank you.